head off to play the game. So
Yep. Alright.
We'll see Santa coming on.
Yeah.
To help with the commentary.
Yo, what is good?
Yo, Christmas is came early with that with Bergie out of the tournament. I think that's pretty good for you on the PR, I do believe.
Maybe. James said that he'll go into it. But for now, let's have a look at this Sceptile Blaziken matchup. I think this is an incredibly interesting choice from Jamesibell because Blaziken is notorious for having an awful matchup against Antwerp's most famous character, Sceptile. So I'm wondering what Jamesibell's thinking going into this game.
Yeah, that 8Y of Sceptiles is a big stop sign. All the nonsense Blaziken likes to do exploding you doesn't really work when there's this 8 lingering hitbox that lasts 20 years.
And that frame 1 anti-air, of course. But looking at this first field phase, Jamesibell forcing his way through with that armor from Flare Blitz unenhanced. Netting him already some corner pressure. I think this will be huge.
Oh my goodness, the short... James did an enhanced version to bait out the anti-air from Antwerp. Antwerp gets punished heavily for that.
Yeah, what a strong lead Jamesibell's already secured. That tracking on the JX though, bringing it back. Antwerp getting some meter for himself here. I think this will be pretty big. Both characters looking at pretty even resources here.
The Whimsicott, I'm not sure how that interacts with... I believe it does delete the seed, so that's going to remove the air-to-air option for Antwerp there. That shield turning very red. The DP from James. Yep. Oh, but what is this? An equally huge grab crush from Ant.
Yeah, it looks like Ant is aware of that meaty setup.
Oh no, he's not going to kill. He's going to get a reset for game here. Very disciplined from Ant. He's
looks
not
like
pulling the trigger, doesn't need to force the issue.
Cancel. Jamesibell going for that Hail Mary Flare Blitz, and it's working out.
Yeah,
did he press a button? No.
The Flare Blitz has basically landed every single time James has pressed it so far today.
Oh, getting caught by that Leaf Storm. It was just a matter of time. I was amazed that James lasted as long as he did against a Mega Sceptile with a character that's only airborne. But Antwerp closing it out regardless, getting his meter's worth. Sidewalking that Flare Blitz, but no punish.
Yeah, but that's the matchup knowledge coming from Ant here. He's definitely seen understands how this matchup dynamic is supposed to go. Yeah, it's good to that does a punish. Oh, interesting.
I think it's interesting that Jamesibell is using this Whimsicott so frequently. That health and that projectile deleting is really giving him the advantage.
Oh, the shield! The shield's gonna break!
Antwerp,
it's huge!
No anti-air and getting blown up for his trope.
Oh, is he gonna reset here?
No, he goes for the full shift.
Alright.
Jamesibell needs this field phase confirmed so that he can get the health back.
Oh, that's dangerous. He's gonna lose a lot of that gray life.
That was so risky. This burst declare going for an air reset, Jamesibell pressuring. Oh, does that catch?
Oh, yes it does.
But only because Antwerp pressed the button.
Or CA, I'm not entirely sure which one, but it's gonna put James on the board here. It's gonna be 1-1 for both players in game 1.
That entire round, Jamesibell was in rage, and he somehow destroyed Antwerp, brought him back down with rage, brought him down to rage with him. It's so explosive, this matchup. Very fun to watch.
Oh, that's a big throw crash.
Jamesibell just knows when to press these enhanced Pokemon moves whenever Antwerp does something that's too committal.
Yep, and Antwerp angling up the JY for maximum damage. Look at that.
That tall character only combos.
Oh, he read the throw!
How is James pressing right every time? And yet again, he guesses right on that 2Y and gets a huge corner combo. Goes to reset.
Yep.
But Antwerp bursting out.
Yeah, you don't need to take the 50-50 for the game. That's a throw. It's going to be a lot of damage.
Getting punished for that unfortunate Whimsicott call, getting hit by that Christmas tree. James now forced to counter burst on his own. But that mismag leveraging some pressure for Antwerp here.
Yeah, it's gonna let Antwerp run away. That's pretty big given the amount of time left on the clock, the resources on deck.
But that burst connecting the block, while it's not a full confirm, that still gives Jamesibell the speed buff. This might be the advantage James needs to close it out.
Oh, I thought we were going to see...
Amazing reaction, the Leaf Storm closing that game. That's exactly what Ant is looking for, and exactly the reason that Sceptile has such a strong advantage over Blaziken in this matchup. That frame 1 anti-air, covering all of those pressure options. And Antwerp knowing that and taking that game.
Yep, and I do wonder. It looked like. Okay, he's gonna stick with the character. It looked like Antwerp had a pretty solid. It looked pretty solid against this Blaziken, but James is a believer in his character choices. He's gonna stick it with the Ken all the way through here.
Jamesibell is famous for loving his KFC, and it's going to show. All Jamesibell needs is KFC and some good reads, and he can take this game away. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Yeah, Blaziken, although he's a character that many don't consider to be very strong, he does still have incredibly explosive damage here. And all James needs is to just really connect 2 or 3 really powerful confirms here, and Ant's gonna blow up.
Oh, and going for that anti-air Leaf Storm, but not connecting. Jamesibell being so evasive with this movement, and just like that, corner swapping, getting that wall splat. James now has the field fade pressure, which converts into another shift.
Damage. Oh, that's
yet again.
That's so disgusting.
The mix-ups just keep on end. Antwerp has to get right at least once, or this won't end. And there it is. Now he's got the plus frames.
Yep, he's removing the threat of 8Y here.
Oh, and the grab.
Alright.
Jamesibell's Vortex just proving too much for Antwerp to handle. I think that's so powerful from Blaziken.
Yeah, James just running train all over Antwerp right there. But Antwerp's gonna try to fire back here. And I immediately jinxed it.
Antwerp fighting for that mid-screen yet again, reacting with that Leaf Storm. Telling Jamesibell, you can't do this in neutral. You can't get away with these moves. Ooh, but Jamesibell going unpunished and bursting to get out of that pressure. But the flash kick checking Jamesibell, and yet again goes for 2x. So ballsy.
That was a nutty 2x by Antwerp. But he's gonna get pressured here.
Oh.
There's burst.
Opting to burst out. Ooh, does he get over?
Actually. Yeah.
That tracking, turning around, getting that burst attack, and that means Jamesibell with that synergy up burst attack is going to do a lot of damage and get the speed buff Oki pressure. Let's see what he all goes for. Homing attack 1 into nothing. Ooh, and the grab going through. What a ballsy grab.
Throw, yeah, that was really ballsy.
Antwerp showing that he really has the courage to turn this matchup into the bad matchup it's known for. Alright, Jamesibell stuck on the lawn here that Ant is planting down.
Oh yeah,
and chasing the 2x and the grab. That's gonna close out that round. Round 2 going to Antwerp.
And this is how most people expect this matchup to look. Once Sceptile gets away from Blaziken, starts setting up his seats, starts setting up the pressure, it's really hard for Blaziken to get started. But if this happens, you know, it doesn't matter how good the matchup is if you're just getting vortexed over and over again.
Jamesibell sitting in a very good position right now. I'd be feeling very good if I was Jamesibell. Antwerp was about to be on the set point with that, but Jamesibell just taking that completely with that Shadow Mewtwo perfect.
Yeah, that was really dominant. There's none. Antwerp's tried to do a preemptive CA in the field quite a number of times, and both times that he's shown it so far, he's been caught by the EX Bravebird from Jamesibell. So, Ant might want to take that option off the table for now here.
And Jamesibell going toe-to-toe with the other Hoenn starter. This is so exciting to see. Jamesibell showing the people that this matchup might not be as bad as we might have expected.
Yeah, it's a Hoenn gap, man.
Alright, let's see how this pans out in the final game of this set.
Look at the movement from James. He's playing such good evasion around the seeds here, not letting himself get caught in that vortex. And look at the micro walk forward to avoid the blocking the seeds. Oh, this could be big. Oh, drops the combo and going a bit greedy there.
Oh, but he picks it up anyways, gets that shift. Jamesibell sitting at half health and also half meter, and Ant has all of his traps set up. This is exactly the advantage Ant needs to win this phase. James looking for that Hail Mary JYX and into a Blaze Kicks and finds the Flare Blitz. That's going to be huge damage and corner positioning with Burst on deck. And in a very tough situation.
Two more interactions. James can definitely bring this one back. And now this is very close to Burger Flip for game already.
And that's it. That's gotta be it.
Yeah. And
right? Yeah, there it is.
James gonna go to set point here.
Alright, Antwerp he's got his full meter, so it's not exactly over for him. He's got that resource advantage, but the pressure is definitely on for Antwerp to not get eliminated from this tournament.
Just setting out those seeds, just trying to chip James out, try to frustrate him into making mistakes. It's working so far, but James... Oh, Antwerp with the Umbreon. We neither of us really noticed it, but in between the games has opted to switch to the Umbreon. He's been feeling the heat from this Blaziken so far. Good reaction.
Well, that was a smart decision. This means that Ant reversing that pressure that Jamesibell needed to be so lucky to find, and securing a really strong lead here. Good reaction to CA.
CA finally works up.
Ooh, opting to dash forward and pressure. Jamesibell dashing through. Probably looking to Whimsicott dash through that Bullet Seed, but not finding the read that he had.
Yeah.
Strong shield pressure from Jamesibell going into a burst attack. He wants to take this game right now. Or at the very least force that Antwerp's own burst, and here we see it.
Yep.
And the 5x checking the dash forward. Jamesibell running right into that fist. This is going to be the final round of the final game. This is both sitting on supports, but no resources. Ooh, but Jamesibell now has meter already. If he wins this phase, then no, doesn't look like it.
Alright, Antwerp looks to be running support here. He already has his Umbreon built up. If he needs a get off me button, he's probably gonna pull the trigger soon, I imagine.
Oh, huge read. But
it's safe. Umbreon gets baited, but that's gonna give Antwerp a CA. Doesn't quite get the shift, the full combo because of PSP. Gets tagged by the side wide.
The unblockable James not bursting and dropping that with the SG burst. Super unfortunate, but incredibly clean play from Antwerp in that final round.
You hate to see it, man. Oh, that sucks. But that was
super close games.
Yeah,
this has been toe to toe.
Yeah, absolutely. Both players really. All James needed to do. If James had busted that, it could have looked like a very different story. But either way, they really came down to the last hit situation there, and James is going to get eliminated from the tournament here, and we're not even in top 4!
Looks like the next game will actually be myself against Sharkpaw in the winners finals. So I will leave you to it.
So yep, I do believe that we're going to be handing off the mics to James and Antwerp respectively.